There's a murder in the square this week, and I suspect it's not someone over whom many will shed a tear. Janine's touched that Michael turns up at her birthday party, no one else does, and she invites him out for dinner the next day, where he goes to slip some pills into her drink, but can't do it when he hears Scarlett cry. Alice returns to the square and tells Michael she'll help him get rid of Janine, and he moves in for a kiss, then later waits anxiously for her in the Vic. Alice leaves Janine shaking, her hands covered in blood, and terrified that Janine's dead. But Michael later finds her very much alive and in a fury. There's a final showdown with Alice in the middle, and someone is killed. But who? Tune in to find out. Meanwhile, Alfie and Roxy return, pledging to have no contact with Ronnie or Kat. But Roxy can't stay away when she learns Jack is gone. She panics when she realises Alfie has seen her with Ronnie, but she needn't have. He brings their wedding forward and invites Ronnie. Not only that, but he invites her to dinner. But if Alfie thinks they're all good, he's wrong. She warns him there'll be trouble if he hurts Roxy. Next, it's Corrie. Nick's a long way from wellness, and Gail is worried when he gets his hopes up over Leanne, while David helps him when he sees him having a panic attack. Leanne soon returns to the street to see her family and to talk with Nick, who pleads with her to not leave him, but she refuses to forgive him. Leanne softens after a plea from Gail and lets Nick take Simon to Faye's party, but a fragile Nick loses it with the kids, an outburst Leanne witnesses. Nick's convinced he's ruined any hopes, but Leanne later admits to Stella how much he still loves him. Rob tries to end the feud between Tracy and Tina when he offers to pay for the smashed window if Tina apologises. But Tracy's furious about the deal, and David urges Tina to hold her ground. Faye hopes to break up Tim and Sally when he moves into her place, and her friend Grace has some handy tips on how to do it. Grace seems to be sweetness and light in front of the adults, but this one is trouble. Finally, we hit the Dales. Laurel's freaked out when she recognises the hurt man at Butler's, and after initially controlling her temper, she attacks him just as the police arrive. They're both arrested, but he's let off, and he realises he needs to make himself scarce. But he asks Kane to help him steal Declan's car before he goes. Meanwhile, Moira tells Kane she's decided to sell Butler's, but John's brother, James, played by ex-Corrie star Bill Ward, confronts her about their affair. Kane steals the car, and when Moira realises, she challenges him, and he confesses he did it for her. I don't think she sees it that way. Priya and Alicia are still fighting, and when Alicia stalls over telling Jacob about his real mum, Priya suggests she will. So Alicia does, but she wishes she hadn't when he disappears. And Alan's wake is held, but will Ashley officiate as per his last wishes? And daughter Steph attends the funeral on day release. Only thing is, she mightn't go back.